Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today is going to be a real fun-filled episode, and it's one that's going to be extremely convenient and extremely helpful to you if you're new to the print-on-demand business. So without further ado, let's get to it. So if you enjoy content about tips and tricks about the world of print on demand and ways that can help you to potentially increase your sales for your own print on demand shop, then please click on the like button to like this video and hit the subscribe button if you're new to this channel, and don't forget to hit the bell notification icon so that you'll be notified each time that I upload a new video. And now, let's continue with this episode. Okay, so this particular website that I'm talking about is called Placeit.net. Okay, and this is a fantastic website that I would highly recommend, particularly those of you who are starting off in the print-on-demand business. If you're just opening up a shop for the first time and you're looking for ways of creating designs quickly, effectively, and cost-effective, then this is definitely the website that you should definitely look into. All right. Why? Because on Placeit, not only can you create some fantastic looking designs, but you can also create the mock-ups that you would need for your social media posts in order to direct potential clients to your print-on-demand shop for them to buy. Okay, but we're going to get into that a little bit later on in this episode. So first thing that you need to understand is that obviously Placeit is a subscription-based website. So if we click over here on pricing, you can see that you can either get a monthly subscription or you can get an annual subscription. And obviously it's quite clear that if you take the yearly subscription, it's going to be more cost-effective when you divide it by the number of days in a year as opposed to the number of days in a month. But aside from the fact of getting a subscription-based membership, Placeit also offers a good number of free templates that you can use basically to get your feet wet in using this particular website. So I'm not here to tell you, look, go in and actually get the subscription. I have gotten the subscription. In fact, I got the yearly subscription. I've been using Placeit now for a little more than 2 years, and I find it absolutely amazing, cost effective. It has saved me so much time you cannot believe. But because of the fact that some of you might be still new to this game and maybe not have a lot of money in your pocket to pay for these kinds of things, that's absolutely okay. What I'm going to show you today is how you can use the free version of Placeit so that you can become accustomed to it, start getting your designs out there, and hopefully as you start earning money on the designs that you're selling, you'll be able to generate enough income for you to consider actually getting the yearly subscription. And once you get the yearly subscription in hand, you'll have access to so much more that Placeit has to offer than obviously what the free subscription will allow you to do. But I get ahead of myself. Let's take a look into what you can and cannot do with respect to Placeit, and we'll show you how to use the free section of Placeit accordingly. Okay, so we'll just close this window over here. Now, first thing that we're going to do is we're going to scroll down to the bottom of the first page here, and we're going to look at the license. Okay, so this is basically going to tell us what we can and cannot do with all of the wonderful templates that Placeit has to offer. So what you can do is you can use Placeit to add, alter, and modify content to make a final design. Okay, you can publish, broadcast, display, and distribute the content you create with Placeit. Okay, you're free to create content for a client and sell for a fee. So this is really important. Here what you could do is you could actually freelance yourself to create designs for other people. Maybe somebody's looking for a logo that they want created. Well, there is a design function pertaining to logos on Placeit that you can actually hire yourself out to a client to create a logo for them against the fee. Obviously come back to Placeit, create that logo, and then obviously provide it to your client against the agreed fee, and obviously you're generating income for yourself. And if you do this a number of times, probably you'll be able to generate enough income in your first couple of months to be able to pay for a yearly subscription to Placeit, and then everything else after is just going to be pure profit, because obviously you'll have access to a fantastic website that's going to allow you to do everything that you could possibly think of from a design perspective, to be able to provide all of the services that you want to provide for your clients from one particular website. And obviously, the icing on the cake is that you can create designs to put on t-shirts and coffee mugs and whatnot, predominantly like what you would do with Redbubble, TeePublic, Zazzle, Society6, and even merch by Amazon. Okay? You can also apply to get a trademark for any designs that you make on Placeit. Again, that's more of an advanced topic for another day. For today, we're going to look at, again, what the main functions of Placeit is all about and how you can put it to good use to develop and grow your print-on-demand business, okay? Guys, what you cannot do, obviously, you cannot take the templates and the clip arts from Placeit and provide them to stock agencies. That's a no-no. You obviously cannot take the content and create another website of your own similar to Placeit and say that it's your own, even though you're using things from Placeit. Again, you cannot do that. Stay away from those things. It's not worth it, okay? All right, so we've looked at what the licensing is all about and what you can or cannot do with Placeit. Now it's time to look at the functionality of this versatile website. So let's just close this window here. Now, if we look at the top of the page here, we've got different categories. You've got your mockups, designs, logos, and videos. And predominantly, these are the four that you're going to use. The gaming section is basically for those who perhaps design for the gaming niche. Because of the fact that it's become so popular as of late, they decided to consolidate a lot of the functionalities of what perhaps people in the gaming niche are looking for in one window, okay? But effectively, a lot of the tools in this particular window you can find in the mockups, designs, logos, and videos section too as well. So however you go about it, you're still going to get some great functionality. Now, if we look at the designs category, well, we're opening up a large window over here where we can see we've got our freebies. You can create album covers, banner ads, beauty designs, birthday designs, book covers, business cards. You can even create things pertaining to social media for your posts for Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, what have you. You can create posters, all right? But the real meat and potatoes of this category is actually creating t-shirt designs, okay, which you can find over here if I just hover over it. So you've got your t-shirt designs. We're going to look into that in just a moment, all right? Now, if you don't want to get the subscription base, that's absolutely okay. You can actually hover over to freebies, all right? And you can click on freebies to see the page that opens. I'm going to click on freebies here. You're going to find a whole catalog of different free templates that you can use. Some of them are going to pertain for your social media posts. Others are going to pertain for your designs, okay? So you can scroll through this area with all of the thumbnails here in order to see what is available. And maybe there's something which tickles your interest and you can click on it and delve deeper into it to see how you're going to modify. Keep in mind that everything that you see over here, you can modify, all right? Just because it's pertaining to one particular niche, don't allow that to obviously keep you away from looking into it. If there is a certain aspect of the particular thumbnail that you're seeing here, whether it be for social media or for t-shirt design, if there's something that you like into it, you can click into it and then modify it to fit the niche that you want it to fit into, okay? This is why this particular website is so versatile. Just because you have one particular thumbnail, one particular template, it's still modifiable into whatever niche you want it to be for, okay? Now, if you look on the left-hand side here, you've got a list-by-list category of all of the templates that are available to you in the free section, okay? And with each particular category, you've got a bracketed number which indicates how many free templates are available for you to manipulate into whatever design or social media post you would like it to be modified to. Okay, so if we had to just go down over here, we got banner maker, coffee mug, business cards, okay? We can go down into t-shirts, for example. So let's take a look at food t-shirts. We've got 67 templates that are available to us that we can use and modify for our own needs. Okay, so let's click on that. All right, and here we've got the different templates that you can hover over. And if you just hover over a little bit, Placeit already gives you a certain idea of different types of color schemes that you can actually even use or consider for this particular template, okay? Now if we scroll down here, let's say we're looking at the niche pertaining to coffee and cats. Well, you've got this lovely template over here. So if we click on it and open it up, we are then taken to the tool page for this particular template. Now watch how easy it is. Okay, so the first thing that you see here is you've got your template here as it stands. Okay, now what you're seeing here obviously is the Placeit watermark because I am not logged in. Okay, obviously if you're going to create a free account, you have to click on free account as you see at the top right hand corner. Or if you do go for the subscription, then you just click on login and obviously put in your login details and that watermark will disappear. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have here. So on the left hand side here, you've got your text tools where you have your different fields for inserting your text. You have your field for your font selection. This one at the moment is Gorditas. If I click on the drop down arrow, I'm going to be given all the different fonts which are available from Placeit, again, that you can use royalty free, commercial free. Okay, and you just scroll down and simply just click on one that you would want to use if the one that the template provides you is not to your liking. Okay, so if we had to choose Barlow Condensed, for example, and I click on it, well, you can see over here that the font style has changed in the I Need My Coffee. Okay, now what you can do too as well is that if in the font selection that they've given you over here, if there's something that you don't like, or if there isn't anything that you like, you can also click on more fonts and a new window will open where you have the complete catalog of fonts that are available by Placeit that you can use. Clearly, if you're using the free subscription, you can't gain access to all of the fonts, so you just have to scroll down until you find one that obviously doesn't have this purple premium tag around it. So you got Manrope, you have Samford Solid. These ones are all free to use. And it just might be that this particular style of font is what you are looking for. Okay. Now, if you do like it, you can just click on it. All right. And Placeit will then just change that font style to the one you've selected. And it puts it in the recent category. All right. So when you go to fix a template, it's going to come into your suggested category. If you find a bunch of fonts that you want to consider, you can just click on them and Placeit will put it in in your recent list over here. Okay. Now let's say, for example, I want to go back to Barlow Condensed because I liked it. It's a nice thick boldish font. All right, and I want to have it all in caps lock. So I'm just going to erase it and I'm going to put the caps lock button, the caps lock key on and type in I need a coffee, and then you've got write meow because understandably we have the cat and the coffee niche, and instead of right now we're saying write meow. Okay, so that we won't make this video extremely long, let's say that we're happy with the font style that we want to keep over here. Now we can move to the right and we've got our background, which we're going to leave for a moment. I'll explain more about that later. You have the option of adding another graphic if you want to. And then you've got the main graphics that are listed over here. Now, let's say, for example, you don't want an image, you just want the text. You can just click on the no image, all right? And you'd have the text. So let's say, for example, you're creating a nice text design for a t-shirt or a coffee mug, and you like this particular selection of font choice. Well, turn off the graphic and just use the text. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with it, okay? But let's say for a moment that we want to have an image and we've turned back the cat coffee mug graphic. Placeit automatically puts it into place and proportions the text in terms of the design so that it will be nice and balanced. There's very little work that you would have to do. But again, if you want to split the text, you can. You can just click on the first one, you hover over it, left click, and let's say I want to have it at the top. I'm going to take the graphic and I'm bringing it down. You notice that purple pinkish line that has appeared? That's telling me that I am centered now, vertically and horizontally. So if I move it off, all right, obviously I've lost that guide, so I need to move it to the right until it comes back, and now I'm dead center on the design. Okay, and if I want to increase the size of the font, I just grab one of the handles, click and drag, enlarge as large as I want it, and then I just move it to where I would like it to be. Okay, we see that we've got that blue line appearing on the left hand side, which shows that we are justified with the top, and obviously I can say I'm happy with this particular design. All right, now if I want to download this particular design for print on demand to go onto a t-shirt, definitely, if you've been seeing some of my previous videos, you know that it is so important to make sure that you save your designs without a background color. Okay, if I had to keep it with this sort of peach colored background and somebody wanted it on a red t-shirt or a green t-shirt, then obviously that background is not going to look good on that particular color, and chances are the buyer is not going to buy it. So before I download it, what I want to do is I want to go into the background area section, click on the drop down arrow, and I'm going to go down to the checkerboard icon over here. I'm going to click on it, and that's telling Placeit, listen, I want to download this design, but I don't want a background. Okay, and then I would just click on the download, and it would download the design into a folder on my computer, which then I can use to upload on sites like Redbubble, TeePublic, Zazzle, Society6, and what have you. All right, it's that easy. If you don't like the particular clip art that they've provided, you can select another one. So I can select that one, I can select this one, all right? And if I don't like the keywords that they were using, I can change it to something else. Let's just say I just want the word cat and see what comes out from cat, all right? As I click on it, we're getting a lot of cat-related clip arts that are appearing, okay? Let's say I want a cat donut. All right, so we got that, and we can say instead of coffee, I need a donut. Oops, I can't spell it. Donut. Right meow. Okay, you see how quick and easy it was to create this particular design? And you don't have to be an expert at drawing, because clearly, as you can see, I can just use the graphics that Placeit has on offer. Obviously, I want to increase the size of that to make it a little bit more balanced, and then I just click and move it until I get my my centering lines over there, and I'm good to go with that. So it's super simple to do, and it's so convenient in terms of saving me time. Okay, so what I did was I paused the video a little bit just so that I could tweak the design in order to save time on this video. And as you can see on the screen here, I've increased the size of the graphic and I balanced out the text. And now all I need to do is go ahead and download the design so that I can then upload it onto Mockups, and I can also use it for websites like Redbubble, etc. So I'm going to click on free download. And when you click on free download, obviously you have the option. You're just going to click on the free download over here, save it into the folder that you want to save it on your computer, and then we can actually do the uploading onto Mockups accordingly. Okay, so I've downloaded the design that we created together, as you can see here on my screen. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this design into the mockup functionality that Placeit has to offer. So let me just move this window off to the side, off camera. And what we're going to do now is we're going to hover over mockups, and as you can see here, in terms of mockups, you have all of the different functions that you can use to create different mockups for basically whatever it is that you need, whether it's books, hoodies, shirts, phone cases, the list goes on. But for today's example, we're going to move over and we're going to click on t-shirts. All right, and after Placeit loads up, you're going to find all of the different types of mockups that are available for you to use. And again, just like with t-shirt design, you've got your different templates that you can use, and on the left hand side you've got your refining list where you can actually choose the gender of the model that you want to use, whether you want to use a boy, a girl, a man, a woman, even in terms of the age demographics. Do you want to use an adult model, a baby model, a senior citizen? So Placeit gives you all of this versatility that you can use with respect to creating your mockups. And if you don't want a model, well, you can actually choose a template where you're just seeing the garment only. It's that simple. So let's take a look at the first one over here. All right, Total Rebel. So they're giving us an example of what a design will look like on that shirt. And I'm going to click on it. And we're going to see how we can modify it to fit our design that we just finished, okay? So the first thing that you want to do is you want to insert your image. Now you can either click on insert your image and navigate to the folder where it is, or you can bring the folder up in on a separate window like I've done here, and then you're just going to click with the left mouse button. Let me bring it a bit more over here. You're going to click and you're going to drag it over where, and you'll notice that it says drop file here. Okay, so we're just going to let go, and obviously our design has been uploaded, and now you can actually work on its placement. Now remember, as in previous videos that I've stated, okay, it's really important that you keep your design in the upper portion of a shirt design. Try to keep it in the chest area. It looks better, it's a little bit more balanced, and a lot more people tend to buy shirts with this particular design hovering towards the top as opposed to over the belly area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the design and I'm just going to drag it up, as you can see here. Okay, try to get it as centered as possible. You may not get it the first time round. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but again, it's not the end of the world. You just play around with it, have fun with it, and see where you would like the design to be placed. You can also increase and decrease the size too as well by taking the slide handle down here and moving it left or right accordingly. It's all up to you. Once you're happy with where the design is located, just click on crop and you let Placeit do its magic. Alright, and here you can see that we now have our design placed on a white shirt. But let's say, for example, you don't want it to be on a white shirt. You want it to have a different color, a nice light color. I don't know, maybe a yellow or an orange or a red. Well, just as we did with the designs in terms of changing the font color and the background color, you can do the same thing with the shirt color. And to do so, you just move towards the right here where we have the shirt color field, and you're going to click on the drop down arrow, and you're going to get your color palettes to choose from and just select the color that you want it to appear on. Alright, now normally what I recommend is that if the background is dark in terms of your mock-up design and your shirt design will allow for it, try to use a nice bright color for the t-shirt. That way it will stand out when you use your mock-up on social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram. Okay, so let's choose a yellow one over here and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so you might be happy with that one. If you're not, you can simply choose another color and you can continue scrolling through them until you find a color that you're happy with. Alright, let's go back to, let's try this yellow. Okay, and once you're happy with it, all you need to do is just click on download and you'll be able to download and use this mock-up wherever it is that you want. Okay, let's say for example that you don't want to use just a garment only type mock-up. Well, you can go back and you can actually select, let's click on the back button here. I'm going to continue clicking back a few steps over here. Okay, so we're back over here and you can go through all of the thumbnails and you can see whether it's a male mock-up, a female mock-up. Okay, the choice is endless. But let's say for example we want to use a woman for the mock-up. So we're going to click on woman and we have over 4,000 different templates that we can choose from. And let's say we want to refine our search a little bit more. Let's say we want to have an adult. So now from 4,942 we're dropping down to 1,888 templates. So we're going to click on that. Okay. And we can actually go down even further. We can actually choose the ethnicity of the model, whether it be Asian, Black, Hispanic, Indian, or white model. Okay, so let's say we want to choose, let's go with a Black model. Okay, so now we're going to have all of the female models who are adults, okay, who are Black in ethnicity, and I can go through them and I can select one and I can actually import it onto it. So this one looks pretty good over here, so let's click on her. Okay, wait for Placeit to load up. Okay, and again, what you can do is we can change the color of the t-shirt. Let's say, for example, we want to choose a nice baby blue color. So we're going to choose that. And now we're going to upload our image. So let's bring our window back again with the design. And we're just going to click and we're going to drag the thumbnail onto the upload design area. Going to let it go. As we did before with just the garment mock-up, we're going to drag the design up to the top here, click on crop, and wait for Placeit to do its magic, and before you know it, we see our design on the shirt mock-up, which then, again, I can download and use wherever I want to use this particular mock-up. It's that easy. Like I said before, and I hate to sound like I'm repeating myself, but I'm going to repeat myself, this particular website is amazing. The time saving that you can get from it is top notch. Alright, now one more thing that I'm going to show you before I close up this video so that I don't leave it going on too long. Let's say for example that you want to crop this particular mock-up to fit one of the particular social media platforms. As many of you know, different platforms will have different requirements in terms of size and dimensions, okay, for whatever it is that you're going to upload. Okay, and what you can do is you can also use the versatility of Placeit by using their crop tool as well. So what I can do is I can click on Mockups and I can hover my mouse pointer to free image cropper. Okay, when I click on it, it's going to open yet another window, And here's the versatility of Placeit once again showing its true colors. Okay, so what I can do is I can upload my image here. So I've already downloaded the image, and I'm going to click and I'm going to drag it over into the box. And now I'm going to have my mock-up obviously uploaded. And now what you want to do is you want to tweak according to whichever platform you want to download for. So we've got our presets. By default, you're at 1440 pixels by 2160 pixels. If I click on this drop-down area, I can see all the different types of configurations that I can download for. All right. Now, those of you who have seen one of my previous videos pertaining to Pinterest know that I'm a huge advocate and a huge fan of Pinterest for print on design. It is a platform to have your designs up because of the fact that it is a search engine, and once your designs are up there, they're up there for good. Okay, but I digress. If you want to see a little bit more about how to use Pinterest for print on demand and you haven't seen it, I highly recommend that you click on this video. The link will be in the description box down below. See it and you'll see how great it is to use Pinterest to help promote your designs. But let's assume for a moment that we want to actually configure for, I don't know, say Instagram. So let's find Instagram here. We got Instagram posts. By default, Instagram posts are configured for 1080 by 1080, all right? They're squarish in size. And as you can see, the border has changed. Now, the dark area is something that you don't need to pay attention to. But this area over here between the border and the mock-up is obviously dead space. And we need to fill in that space with our mock-up. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this handle and we're going to click and start moving it to the right. And as we do so, the mock-up is going to start increasing in size. Now, don't worry if the design is out of the border. We're going to move that shortly. So once I'm happy that my mock-up has filled in the entire area needed, and you know that you can see that by the marching ants here, I'm going to click onto the mock-up and I'm just going to move it around until I get a good portion of the design in the obviously in the area, so that when I download it and upload it to Instagram, people are going to see the design. Okay, now obviously through trial and error and in terms of the selections that you choose for with respect to your mockups, be it models or otherwise, you'll start learning which mockups to download to fit within the area for Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook accordingly. Okay, so it is something that will come with experience. Clearly, I would not use this particular mock-up on Instagram that's obviously not showing the face of the model. You know, people do tend to like to see the face of a model in addition to the design. Obviously, this was just for explanation purposes for this tutorial. So obviously, you could go in, choose a different type of mock-up. If you don't like the way it looks, put the design up and re-download it. Okay. What you could also do is that when you're selecting your mockup, you might want to choose a mockup where the model is smaller in the obviously in the overall photo with a lot of background, so that when you come to the free image cropper, you have room to increase the size so that the model will remain within the marching ants border that obviously configurations for Instagram will obviously allow for. If I had to change this to Pinterest, for example, let's do that. I'm just going to click on this down arrow and let's find Pinterest pin. Okay, you can see exactly what it is that I'm speaking about. So within the Pinterest post, this particular mockup is configured for a Pinterest post. You've got the face of the model, you've got the design, it's nicely balanced, we've got the rule of thirds into play with respect to the photo. It's really balanced and it's appealing to people, for people to see. Okay, once I'm happy with that, all I have to do, just like I did with the t-shirt design and with obviously obtaining the mock-up, you just click on download, and obviously the photo with the design, with the new proportions that you need, is going to be downloaded to your computer that you can then use for obviously your social media posts or for wherever it is that you want to use it for. So there you have it, everybody. A concise way of using Placeit to help you with respect to your print-on-demand journey. Again, like I said before, it's a versatile website. It's something which I definitely use. I hope that you will consider using it too, whether it's the free version or otherwise. If you would like to subscribe to this website, there will be a link in the description. It is an affiliate link and I do get a small commission from it, which goes to help support the channel. But if you want to use the free version, that's absolutely okay. Go into it, get your feet wet, dig into this website, use those designs, get creating, create your mock-ups, and just explode social media and your print-on-demand shops with wonderful creative designs from your imagination so that you can allow your print-on-demand business to grow, to flourish, and get better with each passing day. Well, that's all I've got for you today. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do consider giving it a like. And until next time, stay safe, be healthy, be creative. Bye for now.